I'm here with Jackie Durbin today from Iress, and I cannot wait to bring you this episode on Iress's Industry Voice. So Jackie Durbin, the global head of product for life, pensions and mortgages at Iress, is here to talk to us today about the Industry Voice, Iress's Industry Voice. Hi, Jackie, how you doing?
Hi, I'm very good, thank you.
Good, nice to meet you. This is the first time you and I are actually meeting, and it's recorded.
Yeah,
talk about throwing you at the deep end. So, Jackie, for those who perhaps haven't met you before, why don't you give us a quick intro and what do you do?
I look after the product teams at Iress who look after our life pensions and mortgage products. So effectively all the software and technology that powers financial advice. So quoting and applying for all those products, a lot of that goes through our software.
Fantastic. So the theme of today is to talk about Iress's Industry Voice. What can you tell us about Iress's Industry Voice?
So Industry Voice is a publication, an online publication that we will be relaunching this year. And it's an opportunity for the industry to get together to talk about key issues and things that are really important to or need to have awareness raised to them in the industry. And so we'll be having a series of those throughout the year on different themes.
Okay, fantastic. So there's going to be 4 editions, right, this year?
Yeah, that's right.
And who's going to engage with Industry Voice? Who's a typical reader or subscriber to Iress's Industry Voice?
I'd say everybody that was in the industry, everybody that is interested in what's happening or what other people in the industry are doing. So this could be other product providers, because there will be lots of content from product providers in Industry Voice, but also financial advisors and financial advice firms and anyone interested in technology in the financial advice space as well.
Now, with the first edition, what are the key themes that you guys will be publishing and talking about?
The first edition is primarily around protection, but specifically there are 2 themes. And the first one is cost of living crisis. I don't think we can ignore that, and we can't ignore the impact that's having on the country and then the impact on financial services itself.
Now, let's talk about that impact. How are you actually seeing the cost of living crisis impact the protection world?
So year on year, protection sales from an Iress perspective have been fairly flat, which I don't think is particularly at odds with anyone else. But we did some research last year with our financial advisors to look at these themes. And we had about 50% of advisors saying that cost of living was having a negative impact on their business in the protection space. And also over 50% of them were saying that it was a more difficult conversation to have. So that protection conversation and why you should be having it and how affordable it is was more difficult. So that's, those are quite damning statistics, really. However, I think there is a positive side come out of this as well. So post-pandemic, what we are finding that whilst those conversations might be difficult because people have less disposable income, there is more of an appetite to talk around the need for protection because people are aware of the impact of health on their wealth and the need for protection. So on the positive side, yeah, I think it was over 60% are seeing that clients are more open to these conversations, but they're not going to be easy. And that's as an industry, we need to look at what we can do to help protection sales in a time of financial crisis.
Definitely the time to be prioritizing these conversations, whether you are a product provider, a service provider, or a financial advisor. These themes that are affecting us all on a personal level, we need to turn to the professionals now more than ever before. We need to see you more. We need to have visibility. Okay, so if you're a financial advisor, my take on this, Jackie, is that if you're not speaking up and you're not communicating the resources and the material and the useful support that there is out there, how are consumers supposed to find it? So now more than ever, we need to speak up.
Absolutely.
Now, you said there's a second theme to this edition, okay? I don't know how you're going to cover it all because there's so much in itself within the cost of living crisis. But what is the second theme to this first edition at Industry Voice?
Also a very hot topic in the industry right now, which is consumer duty. And consumer duty is effectively FCA regulation that looks at putting the outcomes of the consumer at the heart of everything. So it's a real opportunity, I think, for transformational change for the industry. And I'm really excited about what this can actually mean, specifically for protection as well. And put that alongside the cost of living crisis. And I think there's the opportunity, making sure we get the right outcomes for consumers at the right time.
Well, another heavy topic, but very, very important. So how are Iress helping with these challenges around consumer duty?
So Iress is not regulated by the FCA, but obviously all our clients, so product provider clients or financial advice clients are, and we are in the position where we can help support what our clients need to do for consumer duty. So we would look at some of the principles that underpin consumer duty, like consumer support and consumer understanding. So how can we make it even easier for our product providers to get the right information out to financial advice clients, so that then the advisor can then get that information on to consumers? And that's where, you know, it's really important for me as in software and in fintech to be able to use our technology to make those things happen. And there's a number of ways that we can do that as well, but collaboration is key to all of this. So we've recently run a protection forum as well, and we talked about lots of the key themes, obviously cost of living, obviously consumer duty, and we've got a number of actions that we can take away as a group to try and address some of these things. And I really believe in the power of working together to get better outcomes.
I mean, that is beautiful right there. Like the perfect harmony and balance of technology and human coming together and collaborating with providers and financial advisors to have better outcomes for customers is absolutely crucial. Thank you so much for sharing the information with me today, Jackie. I'm very much looking forward to the first edition coming out. But if this is the first time I've ever heard about it and I've never engaged with your publication before, how may I find it?
Yeah, easily found. You can go to iress.com and then you look for the blogs area on the website and you will find Industry Voice there when this publication goes out.
Fantastic. Well, I will certainly be releasing the show notes and the links to this publication. And so if anybody wants to find out more information, you can click on the links in the post, and you, I'm sure, may be able to reach out to anybody at Iress who would be glad to help you. But for today, thank you so much, Jackie. It's been great having you.
Thank you. It's been a pleasure.